Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Pausunod pa ako Sports. Kasama natin si Homer Saison straight from Chicago. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon and better stay kasi merong mainit na i-update po sa atin si Homer Saison regarding kay Bol Bol, the real situation of Bol Bol, yung replacement niya, yung Game 3 talk. Pag-uusapan natin kung anong chance ng TNT ngayon. At ako medyo maanghang ang sasabihin ko mamaya. And syempre, Hinebra versus Rain or Shine. Okay, share, like, and comment. At Homer Saison, kumusta ka? Magandang gabi dyan sa Chicago.
Gandang gabi dito from Chicago. Boss, good morning dyan sa Pilipinas at sa lahat ng mga followers ng Pauka Sports. Excited ako. Big Sunday, ha? Big Sunday for the PBA.
Alam mo, before we go to this topic, I have a confession. Ang sobrang hirap mag-cover ng dalawang sports. Kanina lang, singin ko lang, panalo si Usyk. Madaling araw yon kaya ang sakit ng ulo ko. Tapos may trabaho pa ako, may boxing pa. Pero hindi pwedeng mawala ang basketball, lalo na may breaking news kay Bol Bol. Homer, how do you manage these things? Ikaw naman, kabaligtaran ng araw mo, ginagawa mong gabi ginagawa mong araw. Anong balita ni Bol Bol? Nauuna ka pa sa balita minsan, ha?
Oo. We're just fortunate that may mga marami tayong sources. Kagaya mo, sa boxing, you're the authority in boxing. Ikaw yung nilalapitan. Ako din naman sa basketball, hindi naman ako ang nilalapitan. But fortunately, every time I knock on a door, binuksan naman. So, update natin ni Bol. As we speak, si Bol nandoon pa around the area of, Shangri-La, Mandaluyong. Nandyan na area dyan. So, nag-antay na lang siya, working on his itinerary, patungo na siya ng US.
Teka. Bakit siya patungo ng US? Di ba na-injury? Dapat operahan na agad yan.
Oo, we have 3 of the best orthopedic surgeons in the country dyan. Dr. Molo, Dr. Castro, and obviously Dr. Jose Canlas. Yun ang mga bigating mga orthopedic surgeon dyan. But at the same time, gusto din ni Bol na doon lang sa Amerika, dito sa Amerika.
I see.
And it is not for lack of faith and confidence of the doctors that we have there. By the way, yung mga doktor na na-mention ko, I think all of them are US trained. So mga magagaling din yun. Pero, ito kasing si Dr. Martin O'Malley, hindi to basta-basta. He is the team physician of USA Basketball. He is the orthopedist of the Brooklyn Nets. At saka alam mo, Kevin Durant, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, lahat yan nagka-Achilles injury. Si Dr. O'Malley ang nag-opera. Pati na rin si Rondae Hollis Jefferson.
So, you're telling me na lilipad siya sa New York para magpa-opera kay Dr. O'Malley?
Yes, that was what I was told. At the Hospital of Special Surgery, the number 1 in the entire United States. Pag may mga bone, mga foot and ankle injuries na mga athlete, yun ang number 1 sa lahat, sa kadami-daming hospital dito sa Estados Unidos. We're talking about the 50 states of the Union. We're talking about hundreds of thousands, I think, of hospitals. Ito ang number 1.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I also wanted to verify this. So it's confirmed that it's going to fly. The initial report was partial tear. Tell me, what is it really? Is there a full a result on what's really the injury? And is this gonna be an issue? Kasi made-delay eh. Hindi ba pag ganito dapat immediate gawa na kagad ng paraan? What do you know about this? I know you're not a medical doctor, but tell me as far as you know the situation and how kumbaga gaano kalala ba yung injury na ganito? And was it partial or full?
Yun na nga, last night I found out, while the country was sleeping, while most of the Philippines was sleeping, I was able to find out, may nagsabi sa akin, a person familiar with the situation told me, full tear daw. Full tear talaga. Yun ang quote. Nilabas ko yan, may quote tayo sa spin.ph ngayon that full tear talaga. That's the exact quote. And, Achilles injuries are like one of those things, di ba? Like kung gaya ng, kung ikaw, iwan ka ng girlfriend mo, is there such a thing as a partial broken heart? Di ba?
Oh, okay.
It's always a full-blown broken heart, di ba? And not only that, ito lang ha, again, like you said, di tayo mga doktor dito, pero I can only imagine, when they open up that Achilles, di ba? Pag opera na, just because it's
Eh.
partial, just because it's partial, I think they will just, fix the whole thing, di ba? Does it not make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
Di ba? So there's no such thing as a partial surgery kasi partial lang eh. So I think the mechanism is such that kasi tendon tong parang
Mhm.
plastic tendon tong Achilles eh. This is the
Mm.
one that controls our ability to push on, yung move ng ankles natin. So pag may partial tear na yan, malamang it will be heading towards a full tear. So i-fix na yan lahat. So yun ang pagkaintindi ko sa nag-explain sa akin yung isang physical therapist.
Mm.
So yun ang, and then also, yes, you're right. The immediacy of having to have surgery is necessary and importante. Pero there are other factors na schedule mo pa yung doctor hindi naman basta-basta sabihin okay, schedule
Yeah.
kita. So i-arrange mo pa yan, yun especially the
Mhm.
complexity of having to travel 5,000 miles away.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kasi magsiswelling daw yan eh. Magsiswelling daw yan when the
Oh
air
my God.
pressure of the airplane, pag may iniinda yung paa mo, whether it's a sprain or whatever, magsiswelling yan. So all of these things are taken into consideration, taken into account. And
All right.
then, masakit daw yon. So pain management and all that stuff. Kaya, hindi agad-agad na inoperahan. If Ball had chosen kung dyan operahan, then probably natapos na to kahapon pa. Diba? But
Yan.
because he decided na sa Amerika ang operasyon. So that's why he's still there.
Homer, I still remember our conversation regarding this. Pag sa Pilipinas ka na injured, may insurance ka, sagot ka ng token text, and sagot ka ng team mo. And most of the time they would prefer it to be done locally kasi you have connections and
Correct.
syempre hindi ganun kamahal. Now, the
Correct.
question, I don't know if you can answer this or not, sa New York, mas mahal, assuming na mas maganda, ang tanong, sino ba ang maglalabas ng pera dito? Si Bolbol
Ay,
ba o
may,
TNT?
hindi ko tinanong ang TNT, tinanong ko yung agent because the agent work on contracts. So tinanong ko na, may insurance ba? Sabi, yeah, because imports don't come to the Philippines to play without insurance.
Mm.
So may insurance yan. It's just like having a car. You just don't drive without insurance.
Yeah,
Kasi
but
no
the
matter
coverage,
how,
may
yes,
territorial coverage din.
correct. So, yun, pag ganun na mga high profile kay Ball, being handled by international agents na NBA na yun, ha? So,
Mhm.
I'm sure those guardrails are being protected. Na pag
All right.
ma-injured to, dito yung doktor namin. Tapos naman, look at Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Ganun din ginawa eh. Doon din sa New
Mhm.
York. And from what I understood, TNT din sagot daw, allegedly. So,
Okay.
and to give our listeners an idea, here in the United States, a procedure, a surgical procedure na isang Achilles rupture costs between $30,000 to $45,000.
Wow.
Kung may
Ma-
insurance ka, medyo
ma-
makuna ng konti. Pero because of kalaki ng ng amount, mayroon ka pa rin tinatawag ng out-of-pocket expenses.
Ayun.
So yun ang but Ball was making good money sa NBA, good money dyan sa TNT. So I'm sure he can handle the out-of-pocket, assuming na hindi fully covered ng TNT. Pero sa tingin ko dito, fully covered ng TNT yan.
Yeah. Well, money is, so sa iba, money is not the problem. Syempre, recovery is very important.
Yes.
Pero masasabi ko lang, syempre, sa halip na panghayahay ang kinita mo sa NBA or sa TNT, napunta sa gastos sa hospital. But again, that's not my question. I mean, kailangan talaga gawin yan. The question now is for Bol Bol. What is next for Bol Bol? How do you see the recovery? I see may 6 months, may ano. How do you see Bol Bol's career moving forward, and how does he move from that horrific injury?
Back in the day, itong injury na ito, Achilles, is a career killer.
Mm-hmm.
Pag ma-injured ka nito, it's a case of death. Shaq, Kobe, Chauncey Billups, and I can name you many other NBA stars na nag-Achilles heel injury and never recovered from it. Isa na yun si DeMarcus Smart, DeMarcus Cousins. So, fortunately for Ball, the science of medicine has advanced
I'm sorry? Homer, nawala ka? All right. Nawala si Homer Saison. We'll try to get him back. So basically, I think what he's saying is that the
Can you
science.
still hear me, Pao?
Now I can hear you. Go ahead again.
Yeah, sandali ha, i-ano ko muna to, do not disturb tong phone ko. Kasi
All right.
may
Sige, sige.
tumatawag.
Habang
Oh,
habang
yeah, yeah, can you hear
sinasab
me? Can you hear me? It's okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Dito ka
Okay,
nawala, no? The
okay,
science, the science,
okay,
doon ka nawala.
okay.
Go ahead.
The science of medicine has
Yan na, tumatawag na naman. Guys, we're recording this live. Alam mo, pag Pauka Sports, pawang katotohanan, wala tayong filter. We are honest with our heart. And I guess what Homer is saying is that the science of the medical has improved and upgraded. Talagang nagle-level up na. So kung dati yung operahan mo, nahirapan. Ako nga, may appendix ako. Kung dati, bubuklatin, tinutusok na lang, may laser na eh. So, I guess I think what Homer is gonna try and say to us is that may pag-asa si Bolbol. I've seen this. If you look at this active recent players that had injury, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Dante DiVincenzo, DeJounte Murray, James Wiseman, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson, all of which had kumbaga nagkaroon po ng issue sa kanila pong uh, Achilles. But no, kahit na nagkaroon sila ng problem sa Achilles nila, they're able to come back and play. Historically, ito yung kung medyo minalas lang, no? If Kobe Bryant sa tingin ko na injury ngayon, ngayon with the technology, with the medical technology, ngayon would have been different. So, back in the days, sino nakakalala nung nangyari kay Kobe Bryant, ano? He was still able to play, but he wasn't the same. Suffered a torn Achilles in April 2013, late in his career, famously hitting 2 free throws before walking off the court. Grabe yun. I remember that. Pero kita mo, nung si Bol ang nagkaroon ng injury, nung siya yung nagkaroon ng injury, talagang kita mo yung mukha niya, sakit eh. So DeMarcus Cousins still playing, but his mobility is different. You know, here's the thing. While we're waiting for Homer's Saison, because I do not do edit so much, gusto ko magandang usapan. I hope you can stay with me. Homer is gonna be back. Hintayin nyo lang. Pero I'm gonna tell you this. Now, this is the big concern that I have right now for Bol Bol. Bol Bol, even though initially, we can all say na parang hindi tayo ganun kalab ni Bol Bol nung una. No? Medyo suplado si Bol Bol. But nonetheless, para siyang supladang babae na kahit gano'n siya sa kasuplada, gustong-gusto natin siya. So that is Bol Bol. Kaya, kaya I have to ask Homer kung makakabalik pa ba siya at siya po ba ay, kumbaga, makakalaro pa ng basketball competitively. He has a dream of, obviously, to going back to the NBA. And I already saw Homer, pero nag-aayos pa siya. So, that's the big question right now. May mga nakikita na kagad ang rumor na baka mag-retire, but certainly this is gonna affect his career. So itong si Bol Bol had some suitors already in the Asian leagues. So baka, no? So anyway, I think Homer is back.
I'm back,
Homer,
boss. I'm back.
binitin mo kami ng sobra.
Sorry boss, may tumawag, pinilagay ko na sa do not disturb yung phone ko. So I should be good now. Kahit wala akong AirPods. Okay. But anyway,
all right, before you say anything, so I'm not gonna cut this. I already kind of explained, but you naputol ka sa the science of medicine siguro. Sabi ko nag-upgrade na. But go ahead.
The science of medicine has advanced in a way na an Achilles injury is no longer a career ender. Career staller na lang.
Oh,
it will rob you of at between 8 to 12 months of your career. Look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had his surgery in 2019. This year, 7 years after the surgery, he was playing at an all-star level with the Houston Rockets.
Yes.
Jason Tatum had his surgery last year. He came back quicker than most expected. He played well, averaging over 17 points a game.
Mhm.
Tyrese Halliburton is set to come back next season. He took a little longer time kasi the Pacers were not competitive anyway. So hindi siya nagmamadali.
Mhm.
And he's gonna come back. And to answer your question earlier, depende kasi daw yun sa ang reception ng isang athlete sa rehab, ang approach. Kung gusto mo ng matinding rehab, then it will only take between 6 to 8 months. Kung gusto mo ng medyo relax, kapahinga yung katawan, but at the same time, you build your... Kasi it's also a psychological injury.
Yes.
When you deal... The mental aspect of an injury is something that is so underappreciated. Kala lang kasi nila na-injured, na buto, na ano buto. No. It's the mental side of it na when you step back in the court, yung mga would the demons of that traumatic injury haunt you? Hindi ka ba matakot once mag-land ka when you shoot a 3-point shot?
Yeah.
Hindi ka ba natakot na may paa doon, matapakan mo, diba? So it plays games with your mind. So some of
Correct,
this
correct.
is like kikita sila ng mga sports psychologists, they also do the physical rehab.
Mhm.
So to me, having had a NBA pedigree, tatay niya was an NBA player, si
Mm.
Ball. So I think he has the, kumbaga, fortitude, the mental fortitude to overcome this.
Mhm.
Ang ano lang is the physical side. Pag-rehab, the diligence to do rehab. Kasi kita naman natin, medyo si Ball tamad sa depensa, di ba? Ayaw bumabalik di ba? So,
Yeah.
would he have the same approach in rehab? Would he be like, bukas na lang ako. Di ba? So, it depends. Lalo na kung walang team. Kasi with Durant, Burton,
Yeah.
team sila
Walang magpo-push sa kanya, walang
Correct.
magpo-push kumbaga.
Oo.
Pero ano mo, nakita ko naman, I mean, physically parang mahihirapan talaga. Sobrang slender, sobrang haba.
Correct.
And then, but he's only just 26 years old. So, history tells us na that's still young and you can still recover from this type of injury at 26 years old.
I agree. Pero again, it also goes back to 26 pa kulang pa yata sa maturity. Di ba?
Yeah.
Sa pag when it comes,
that's true.
Maturity needed as it pertains to the diligence required in a really honest, hardworking, diligent rehab. Di ba?
Okay.
Pero,
But ako, sa tingin ko,
go
he's gonna recover. I think he's gonna recover and be able to come back. However, I gotta be honest with you as well. I think from this injury, the NBA dream could be over. Maybe he should start looking at marketing himself back to Asia, going back to the Philippines, and going to the other leagues in Asia where he can still be famous and can still do a lot, but will not be the same. How do you see his career trajectory now with this injury?
Well, I'm not gonna close the door on the NBA.
Okay.
Kasi he has the tools naman pa You see, we saw it, boss, di ba? The mobility,
he had the tools.
Yes. And hindi
Okay.
naman the Achilles injury would not take that away.
Okay.
If anything, it would embolden him. It might give him, sa akin lang, because I've always been the half glass, half empty kind of guy.
Mhm.
So, if I'm Ball, or isa ako sa mga bumubulong sa kanya, this could empower him. This could give him the motivation na, listen, this was a reminder na whatever we have on this earth can just be taken away from us. Kung baga sinabi mo, isang twist of fate lang.
Yeah.
So maybe Ball would realize na, nako, this is a God-given gift na I will not have forever. Now, natuto ako na in the 1 year I was away, in the time of reflection, na but next time, I will make the most out of this ng gift ko. I will work as hard as I can on defense. I will do the things that, na hindi sexy sa basketball. Like, box out, provide screens, di ba? Kasi lang mag-score di ba? And if he does that, which he's capable of doing, kasi nakita natin, boss, you said this in our prior broadcast, that you saw the Ball we did not see in the elimination round. Diba? Parang mas mabilis ang takbo niya, mas sigla ang actions niya, and he barely took a 3-point shot. Alam niya
Yeah.
na mas talagang ano ko ito, I'll take this to the hoop. Diba?
Yeah,
So,
yun nga yung masakit doon eh. Yung Homer, sabi ko, parang masyado susuplado, mahal na mahal natin siya. Gusto natin siya panoodin. Nung nag-open up siya, it seems like he is more emotionally invested. That was the word. And then that's when the basketball god took him from us. So, I have nothing but, sad feeling kahit na makakalaban siya ng ibang team, kahit sa ibang team ka, nakikita mo talaga sa comment section na, ball was loved in the Philippines. And, we don't want him to exit like this. We want to eliminate him if kung hinebra ka, pero not like this. Right?
correct.
Mm.
Correct. Yun na nga ano, just you want to beat the best when they are at their best.
Correct.
Diba? You do not want to have that asterisk na, nanalo pero na-injured si RHJ. Wala si
Win
RHJ.
default tumaga.
Oo.
What else can we talk about ball? 20 minutes tayo. We have a lot of things to talk about.
We can
The
move on.
replacement.
We can move on with ball. Okay lang. Okay na si ball. We have other stuff to discuss, di ba?
Yeah. The first thing on the agenda is now that ball is gone, I heard a name named Marcus Chris. I heard a Darius Day. And this morning, I heard a Malik Diouf replacement. So, Homer, what is the real deal here?
Boss, what did you say? I got you now.
All right. No, so of course, since Bol is gone, there has been talk of the replacement. So
Okay.
I heard three names. Right
Okay.
after the injury, I heard about Marcus Chris. I also heard the name of Darius Day. And this morning, I just saw a name, Malik Diouf, as an import of Token Text. Homer,
So-
what is the real deal?
Here's the score. Immediately after the game, sorry. Habang naglaro pa ang game 2, while they were still playing, si Jolas daw, ang team manager, sinabihan na ni Coach Chot Reyes na make calls now while game 2 was still going on kasi alam na ni Chot na malala ang injury.
Makes sense. Oo.
So Jolas was already working the phones, which was the reason why after the game, nag-impromptu press conference si Jolas in front of some of the reporters na nandoon sa MOA. And this was what Jolas said. He's the first guy we're looking at. Ang first guy na tinutukoy niya was Marquis Chris. Marquis Chris was the number 8 overall pick of the 2016 NBA draft. Magaling to. He did not have, a brief stint in the NBA. He played 272 games in the NBA.
Yeah. Phoenix,
So
Houston, Cleveland, Golden State, Dallas.
Correct.
Okay.
Habang ito naman si Darius Days, dati ng empleyado ng TNT. He was their standby import in the season 49 PBA Governor's Cup. He was supposed to be backup for Rondae Hollis Jefferson. At saka, ito na yata yung import nila for the Governor's Cup na kasunod nitong Commissioner's Cup.
Yep. I heard that also from
Jolas. Pero
Yep.
Jolas made it implicitly clear na we will, sabi niya, we will survive the semifinals with Darius Days. But if we go to the finals, we need Marquis Chris. Because according to Jolas, and he's right, Marquis Chris is a more imposing import. 6'9", very athletic, at saka more experienced first round pick, all that jazz.
Yes.
Pero ito yung problema.
Ano?
So, tinawagan ko yung agent. Diba? Well, it was 3 a.m. Tulog pa si Jolas yata, tulog pa TNT. I don't know if they already knew, pero sabi ng agent sa akin, he's not going to the Philippines. So tinanong ko, was it contract? Ganito ka lang, sabi lang, no. After the fact, kaya nga sa umaga, it was 3 a.m. in the Philippines. I first thing in the morning, nilabas agad ng spin while everybody was sleeping. So ito na pagkaalaman ko. Walang high profile import ang pupunta at this stage of the conference. You know why? Boss, malapit na matapos, semifinals na. So you're talking about a few games. Di ba? And it's a high
Why
risk.
is it bad? I mean, why is it more on a business ano? What if the pay is good?
Yeah. If
Why?
you give him if you give him money, they can they can say no to. Pero can they offer him $226,000 a month
For
for 1 month?
for a few games? Yeah, for a few
Yeah,
games.
for a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
games. Kasi if you're TNT, posible namang matalo kayo sa Meralco di ba? It's still
Yes.
possible. Even if you so that means you're gonna pay this guy. Ito lang I didn't say na yun ang asking price ni Marquis, but that's what was his last salary in the NBA,
Mm.
$226,000 a month.
Wow.
And then sa
Okay.
China, siya sa China, naglaro siya sa China, sa Shandong, and from my research also, imports in CBA with NBA experience like JaVale McGee, they make between $1 to $3 million.
Okay.
So,
Hefty amount.
si Marquez, agent niya sabi na we're not going there. So what happened was, TNT was determined na kailangan talaga 6'9" or medyo malaki kasi, you're not gonna be inferior, talo ka na agad sa rebounding, di ba? So
Mm.
yun kaya kinuha nila si Marcos Dio, who was recently naturalized, and to me, out of convenience. Kasi
Malik
nandyan,
Diouf.
Malik Dio
6'11"
kasi,
to.
kasi nandyan siya Diba? And he was a good player. I saw him play at UP. He was good. But
Yeah, but is this a temporary arrangement or is this the full replacement?
yes, it is as temporary as the fad called hawak mo ang gabi. That will fade away in time. Ganon din si Malik Dio. Temporary yan. TNT will actively pursue another import if they can find one.
All right.
And by the way, hindi pa guaranteed according to Coach Chot Reyes, nakausap ko siya kagabi, hindi pa sure na lalaro yan si Malik Diop sa Game 3 kasi according to him, may madaming mga papeles, baka hindi mahabol. We're talking about GAB
Oh.
license, work permit, all that other
Pero
stuff.
sabi ni Jojo, pwede naman daw kung emergency.
I don't know, but
Nakita ko yung interview
yeah, I saw it too. Pwede na daw
Mm.
before, but between Jolas, all due respect, and Chot, Chot's been in the business longer than Jolas, di ba?
Mm.
Chot has been a national team coach, has been, head of TB5. Mas alam niyang, I'm just saying, but Jolas, I just want to make it clear, he's the best team executive dyan sa PBA. No, bar none. Galing yan.
Mm-hmm.
Pero I think I'll favor Chot's wisdom here. So, tingnan natin. But hopefully, powerful naman ang MVP group Baka matawagan ng GAB, di ba? Kasi special nga, emergency nga. So maybe considerations are made without breaking any rules. So, posible yon. But mahirap moving forward if they somehow survive Meralco. Sa finals, mangingailangan mo talaga ng somebody better and more experienced than Malik Dio.
Okay. So, since we're on that topic, so I guess ang dami pa rin question that needs to be answered for Talk and Text. They don't have enough time. And we do not know yet kung sinong import. I'm gonna go on and talk about the game number 3 later.
Yes.
I will tell you this right now, and here's my opinion on this. I think that this is, you mentioned Kiss of Death, but this is just basically hard for Talk and Text after Talk and Text for the longest in this conference. Asa sila kay, ginagamit ko lang yung word na asa because sobrang laki ng space at sobrang laki ng impact ni Bol Bol sa Talk and Text, the scoring and a lot of things, pati intimidation ni Bol Bol with or without an import. Kahit si Marquis Chris, kahit si Diop pa yan, Bol Bol is kind of irreplaceable in a way na hindi ka makakakuha ng isa tulad ni Bol Bol. So, I'm saying this. Sorry, Coach Chot, but kahit magaling yung import, yung adjustment period, I think matatalo ang Talk and Text tonight and matatalo ang Talk and Text sa serye.
Wow. Well, if they can't find an import better than Malik Diouf, then I agree with you.
Yeah,
And
mahirap din talaga eh. Kahit
and
magaling eh. Go ahead.
oh, it's UAAP, and whatever level of basketball he played after UAAP, it's not NBA level eh. Mga NBA level na to eh. Jalen Johnson, si yung import ng Miracle, Marvin Jones didn't play in the NBA, but he also has sterling credentials. So, and not only that too, Pau, boss, TNT has so many wounded bodies.
Yeah.
Diba? Si Jason Castro has a bad knee. Left knee yata eh. He landed badly daw in one of those games, so may pain pa daw. Nag-practice daw kahapon, pero may konting pain pa, so he's questionable to play tonight. And then, si Galinato, may illness pa. So, you're just missing too many components sa rotation nila. Again, but we always circle back to the import. Kasi, magaling din yung coaching ng Meralco eh. They will know now that they have the full complement of 48 hours to plan na weekend na sila sa middle. Wala na sa ball. Diba? So I'm sure they will adjust accordingly. So what I see with TNT now tonight is they have to make their shots. And they have to run just like rain or shine.
Yeah.
Because that will mitigate the advantage of Meralco in size. Lalo na yung sa import na category. Yun lang, run mo lang. Pero
iba talaga yung tadhana mag-work. I mean, TNT was the favorite because of Bol. Like, I mean, I would not be shy to tell you that, sabi nga nila, nagpapakahirap lang, nagbubugbugan lang yung Ginebra tsaka rain or shine. Pero TNT, yung mga kalaban nyo, tapos lahat. Pero now, from becoming the favorite, now the least favorite to advance.
Yes.
Coach Sean has a big task at hand, and they have to be perfect. Yes. Malaking bagay yung import eh. I mean, import would, put on a bad team, put a great import. Like, we saw that early kay Terrafirma. It makes a big difference. So,
pati Blackwater. Pati Blackwater, boss, gumalaw ng konti because of Upshaw.
Yeah. Diba? So, I don't see any chance right now for Token Tex just because.
Yan. And to your point, gaano ka-importante ang import? Ball was 40% of the offense.
Can you imagine that? Yung pa isa.
Almost 40% of the offense.
Hindi naman siya katulad ng import ng Converge na parang invincible invisible lang eh. Pag naglagay ka, parang mararamdaman po itong mararamdaman ng Token Tex. Asa na yung papasahan nila, asa na yung ibigay mo kay Bol, magdadrive siya. That's gonna be a big adjustment also for the locals.
Not only that, boss, the intangibles sa opensa, you see, even if mag-low post lang siya, mag-adjust ka na agad, matakot ka na.
Yeah, tumayo nga lang siya sa gitna, matakot ka na eh. So, yeah, that's the problem now. So, Homer?
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about we've now 30 minutes. So kung nandito ka pa rin 30 minutes, please share, like, and comment po and let us know what you think about the situation with Meralco and TNT and Bol. But I want to talk about Ginebra, rain or shine.
I know you want to. Excited ka eh. These guys lang tong ibang mga topic eh. I think you just really wanted to talk to Ginebra today about Ginebra.
But this is the most conflicted that I've been in this years, and I've been really honest with my Ginebra following because sa simula ng serye ay sabi ko sana hindi magkatapat kasi sabi ko na kagad simula pa ng conference, rain or shine, I think it's gonna be a champion. Pero pag nakatapat ang Ginebra, alam mo yung feeling mo na Ginebra ka pero parang bilib ka sa rain or shine. So that is how I feel. I feel conflicted, but I have to give you my point of view. Homer, do you agree with me? From the first two games, although rain or shine seems like they're really good, I felt like in the first two games, kahit nung natalo yung Ginebra, talagang mas formidable pa rin ang Ginebra against rain or shine, especially with Justin Brownlee. And game 3, I felt like still he never got this. Especially kung absent yung import, yung Jalen Johnson cannot score less than 20 points. Justin Brownlee is gonna kill him, and Justin Brownlee is gonna kill rain or shine if that's the case.
Yes, I agree. In fact, I can make an argument na dapat 2-0 to eh.
Yun na nga.
Ginebra should have won that game 1. But again, it is also a tribute to Rain or Shine. Si Scottie Thompson Wing mismo nagsabi na yung Rain or Shine may NSD spirit din yun eh. So
I agree.
They don't give up, boss. They come to you at waves and they make, plays, at crunch time. Mga defensive stops nila, they force. Para to mga pirata, they steal the ball like pirates. And not only that, they also, score on the other end. Yun kasi ang nakapatay ng team eh. The points of turnovers. Those are the things that kill teams.
Mhm.
So magaling ang rain or shine doon. Patapos pag may turnover, takbo agad. That's what they did when they overhauled that 22-point lead and came to as close as 4 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, pero
Yeah.
para sa akin, boss, to beat Ginebra tonight, is simply lang. There are two things that they need to do. Number one, rain or shine needs to get Jalen Johnson involved in the offense immediately. Hindi pwede yung mawawala siya sa opensa. You know, you have
I agree.
to establish him as a scoring threat. Because the guards and the other players can always get their points, lalo na sa the running game nila. But you have to establish Jalen as a low post threat, as a scorer, para ma-involve siya sa opensa. Kasi boss, pag hindi mo nahawak yung bola, if you don't touch the ball, wala kang gana bumalik sa depensa eh.
Yes.
You
So, involved siya. Pero kasi naman, ang pangit ng shooting niya, 2 out of 11 from the outside.
Yes, the key there is 11. The key is not 2, it's the 11. You have to give him more shots. He is supposed to have a 3-inch advantage over, that was supposed to be one of the advantages. Mas malaki import mo. But you're not weaponizing it. You have to weaponize it. So, isa yon. Pangalawa, ang pick-up point mo kay Abarrientos has to be sooner. Ang ibig ko sabihin yan, boss, you have to guard him immediately before and after and during he gets the ball.
Yeah.
Because that's the head of the snake. 6 assists.
I agree.
6 assists, 25 points. Wherever Ginebra, as presently constituted, I would never say this before, back in the day with L.A. Tenorio, Jamie Malonzo, C-Stan, ang daming weapons nila. But right now, where Aguilar is in the sunset of a fabulous career, tapos si Scottie Thompson is, still very good, but not, the same Scottie Thompson over the years. So as presently constituted, Ginebra will only go as far as RJ Abarrientos will take them. So, having said that, you have, sa tingin ko naman, NCC, Nocom, Karakot, and Clarito. They can take turns harassing Abarrientos. Don't let them, get comfortable. There was a sequence sa fourth quarter na dribble lang si RJ, not being bothered at all from the half court, punta sa half court ng Ginebra, got a little screen, wide open shot. Those things can't happen. You have to harass him, force him to give up the ball. Let somebody else beat you. Because if you let Abarrientos beat you, he will be so happy to oblige.
Right. My best player of the conference, as I said, RJ is the face of Ginebra right now. And between Justin Brownlee and RJ Abarrientos on the defensive side for rain or shine, I think, mas manageable is top si RJ kaysa kay Justin Brownlee.
Correct.
So you are right. And this is actually the only thing, if I'm going to just give one keys to win, is just stop RJ Abarrientos. Stop this guy. This guy, when he flows, when he goes around, he controls a lot of situation in Barangay Ginebra. He can pass, he can shoot. His confidence is up in the air. Nakikita po pangiti-ngiti lang siya doon. It's like he's not bothered at all. It's not the semifinals. That confidence should be gone. So kailangan, ano kagad, i-stop kagad dito sa RJ. I don't know how, but I think if RJ has a bad game, Ginebra could lose.
Correct. Although hindi natin ma-discount si Nards Pinto, what I'd rather have Nards Pinto if I am the other team, rain or shine, I'd rather see Nards Pinto beat me than RJ Abarientos.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but you can only do so much as well. For rain or shine, masasabi ko, never say die. They never give up. They run, they try to fight. Clarito,
And
Karakot, ang galing talaga, but
here's
Ginebra.
the thing. If I were rain or
Mm.
shine, and I'm sure Coach Yang Yao, as brilliant as he is, has already considered this option. You borrow from the playbook of Converge. You know what Converge did? They attacked Abarientos to take him out of the game. Pag nandun si Abarientos, they put Juan Gomez de Llano or a big guard, Alex Tacton, i-isolate mo dyan si Abarientos. Let him work. Let him work on defense.
Correct.
So,
Tama
at the very least is that, that's the weakest at this stage in his career. That's still the weakest the aspect of his game, yung depensa.
Yeah.
Diba? You have your guards, Karakot, and all those, Clarito, attack him. Make him at least tired. At the very least, pagod si RJ. Hindi siya relax mag-opensa.
Again, it's safe to say, nasa kanya yung target.
Yes.
Siya yung target talaga.
You have to target him.
Pero ang hirap, Homer. I think RJ Barrientos has the longest streak of good games. Spanning to the elimination. Sobrang ganda ng mga laro niya.
Yun na nga. But again, regardless, this is going to be a good game tonight. So, ang hiling ko lang, ang panalangin ko lang is sana wag naman tambak. Kasi hindi, when they were down 22, to be honest, I kind of like, I was still watching, but I was on my phone. Yeah. I want a game na talagang every possession, I'm drooling. I'm like, oh my God, Although, medyo nakakasakit na sa tenga yung top send. Are you with me on that?
Yes. Yeah, well, yun ang sponsor nila sa YouTube eh.
Top send. Okay.
So, final question.
Yes.
Let's pick. Sino mananalo tonight para sa'yo?
I love rain or shine tonight.
And then I know they're
TNT. I like Meralco only because I don't know if TNT can recover from the mental scars of losing ball.
Ganun talaga, no? Minsan alam mo malakas ka pa rin, pero if mentally you don't believe that you're gonna win, you don't believe that if you believe that the damage is bigger than it actually is, then you lose. And I think you're right. I will go for Meralco and Ginebra as well tonight.
Because if you are in the right frame of mind, kasi, if you are TNT now, you're already thinking champion na sana kami. Ang mentality mo, talo ka na. Because with ball, the championship was there within your breath. It was so close. Tapos bigla na lang, oh my God, we start from scratch. And then you see a Meralco that is so physical, well-coached, they are healthy. Yun ang that's why it's important ang mental, where they are mentally tonight ng TNT.
All right. I guess that's really it. Anything else that we missed to talk about right now?
Wala na, boss. Wala na. Ayos na ako.
Okay.
Happy na ako.
Okay. Salamat as always sa ang ating source sa PBA, the one and only Homer Saison. Thank you Walang kanta ngayon? Wala kang kakantahin?
Wala boss. Song? I'm forlorn because I feel really bad for Ball and the PBA. Kasi he was look, Ball, love him or hate him, he was a star attraction. He brought ratings. People went to the arenas, they went to TV sets, they went to streaming platforms just to see him.
Yeah.
And now, you cannot say that
gone.
You cannot say that with other imports kasi even with Brownlee, yun ang sinabi ko dati, spoiled na kasi tayo eh. Like, we've seen him, it's parang part na natin eh. He is an expectation. He's there. He's like Rice. He is as predictable as Rice. Well, may party, may Rice. May kainan, may Rice. Ball is not. He's not
Alright.
here next conference. You know? So yun ang ibig ko sabihin. He doesn't play for Gilas. So he
Yeah.
was an attraction na limited ang scope. So that's
Correct.
why he was so beloved, embraced, cherished, mesmerized upon. So, yun. Medyo, ako, I mean like, oh man, I'm sad. I no longer have the same,
Alata naman eh.
I no longer have the same enthusiasm to wake up and, like, TNT
Oh my
ngayon.
my
Wala si
my
Ball.
good. But here's
So,
what I could say regarding kay
excuse me.
Bol. Nung first time ko pinanood si Bol, I walked around the street. Nakikita ko yung mga bata. This is the first time that we are not ashamed to say Bol. Usually yung word na Bol or
Oh,
Bol, hindi natin sinasabi yan eh.
yes.
Mayroong negative connotation eh. Kasi
Correct.
few here eh. Pero makikita mo yung mga bata, pumifade away, jump shot, Bol.
Yes.
And we hope to see him back and healthy. And it was a sad loss for the not just for TNT but for the PBA too. Sayang ang kita rin.
So yun
That's
ang
it.
kanta natin ngayon. Sayang na sayang talaga.
Okay. Salamat, Homer.
Thank
Guys,
you.
kung nag-enjoy kayo, please share, like, and comment, and pa-subscribe na rin pag hindi nyo pa nagagawa. Thank you, guys.
Have a good morning, boss. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lahat ng
You
mga
too.
podcast listeners, please like and subscribe. I love you, everybody. Bye.
Salamat, Homer.